Good afternoon, good morning, good evening, and welcome back to another big video. In today's video, I am finally at the Waterloo community, and exactly where I'm standing is just a few walks to the 55 Junction, which is where some of the commercial vehicles that usually take passengers from the city center. This is exactly where they usually end, but I'll just switch the camera around and show you guys or describe to you guys exactly where I'm in. So this is exactly where I'm standing, and that particular side is called signboard, but this particular park where you guys can see some of these commercial vehicles are parked, it is called Okada office. But I'll just try and give you guys a 360 of exactly how this particular area is, and then after that we'll continue with the video. So I had decided to start at the 55 Junction, but I had to walk a few steps up to this point, and this is exactly where we'll start today's video and hopefully try and explore the Waterloo community and other environs. But this is exactly where we'll start the video, and as always, don't forget to subscribe, like, share to as many of your contacts as possible. So I'm deciding to walk at this center, or this pedestrian park that is placed at the center of both sides of the road, because I think I'll be able to have a better view of exactly both sides of the road. But as we go along, I'll be switching to either my left or my right hand side of this particular highway. But we are here and we are into the video. So as you guys can see, this particular area is one of the most bustling or one of the most economic areas around the country, as you guys can see, with the amount of shops and the amount of other businesses that are located at this particular area. And of course, as for new construction, you guys can see a lot of them, but as we go along, I'll try and pinpoint or show them to you guys. So that is one, that is also another one, I think this one, that one, and that one also. So we started the video just like I described to you guys at a place called Signboard, and I think close to that particular area, the park that I described to you guys where those commercial taxis were parked, I think that particular park is called Okada office. But we've left that particular area behind, and we are presently at 55 Junction. So this is exactly where those commercial vehicles, mostly the Mercedes-Benz Sprinter that I talked to you guys about as one of the reliable vehicles that are being used for commercial transportation. That is exactly where those vehicles that usually take passengers from Bombay and Kleintown, and they usually take passengers around those areas at the city center, and then this is exactly the final destination that they usually stop, which is at the 55 or the Waterloo Junction. But I'll stop here and then, as always, try and take you guys back and show you guys exactly some of the distance that we have covered, or some of the buildings that are located at this particular highway. So I think this is also another new construction, and then I'll take you guys back. So that is exactly where we started the video. Yeah, it's exactly where we started the video, and we are exactly here, and we've just walked a few steps towards this particular location. But I'll just try and give you guys a 360 of exactly both sides of the street so you guys can see exactly how it is. I think this is a makeshift garage. So this particular 55 Junction, as you guys can see, there are a lot of businesses, a lot of enterprises, and some of these commercial taxis that are parked here, and I think they usually take passengers to mile 38 and other surrounding villages that are located or that are around this particular main highway. And just to let you guys know, this is the main highway that commercial and government vehicles usually use to go to destinations and other part of the country. So as you guys can see, this is also another new construction. As you guys can see, that is also another one, that is also another one, and this is also another one. So as we go along, I'll try and show you guys some of them, and the focus of today's video will be to vlog for an hour and just to show you guys exactly how crowded or how bustling of an economic center this particular side of the Waterloo community is. And as we go along, we'll see exactly how that is. But as always, I'll just stand here again and try and take you guys as far back and show you guys exactly the distance we have covered. So this is exactly the other side of the road, and some of the houses or some of the businesses that are located at this particular side of the road, and some of the new construction. As you guys can see, a lot of businesses, a lot of vendors, a lot of traders that are located at this particular 55 Junction, which is an area that is located at the Waterloo community. But I'll just try and show you guys both sides of the street, and then after that we will continue with the video. So we continue, and as always, thank you guys for coming along with me, and I hope you guys will bear with me as we have a lot of areas and a lot of angles and a lot of locations that I want to show you guys that are located at this particular main highway. But this is exactly where we are, so still here. So I just want to show you guys exactly some of these two intersections that are located at this particular community. So this is Bonima Road, and it is also another community that is located at the 55 community at Waterloo, and this is also a way that leads to another community called Old Town. But we will continue with the video. So still here as we continue with the video. So I've actually got used to walking at this center because I think it is more convenient, because I'll have a very clear shot of both sides of the street. So we continue with the video, and I am still at the 55 Park, which is another location that is a very bustling economic center within the Waterloo community. And as always, I just want to tell you guys that there are very large amounts of communities, streets and various drives that are located within this Waterloo community. And as we go along, if possible, I'll be able to show you guys a glimpse of some of those communities if we will be able to have a shot of those particular areas as we go along. But as always, I'll stand here again and then try and take you guys back and show you some of the buildings and some of the businesses that are located at this particular side. So this is the other side, or this is exactly where we have reached, and that is exactly the distance where we started the video, and this is exactly where we are. And I think this is a very large board shop, and I think some of the boards are being offloaded from this truck. But we are still here and we continue with the video, and I am still at this Waterloo 55 area, and from the video you guys will see a lot of businesses, a lot of enterprises and individual vendors that are located across this main Waterloo 55 highway. But we continue, and as we continue with the video, I think if possible we'll come across a very large dump that is very, very similar to that of the Bome. If at all, both dump sites are not equal in size, but when we get there I'll try and show you guys, because when I was coming to this side and I just happened to pass through that particular area. But we'll continue with the video. So as you guys are seeing, that is a new construction, that also, but I think some of the shops and enterprises at this particular main highway, I think they are a mix of very, very different products and services that are being sold at these enterprises. As we go along, we'll see some of these shops, that usually sell building materials, and some that like quality in financial services, and others are also dealers in these clothes and other accessories and wares. But we are still here, so I think this is also another fine building, but I think it is not completed, but the downstairs is already operational, as you guys can see. I think the downstairs is an enterprise, and that other side I think it is a boutique, as you guys can see. But we continue with the video and just try to show you guys exactly how changed this particular side of Waterloo has become over the years. But I know most of you guys will be very, very surprised, because I think the idea that most of you guys will have, and I think some of you guys have left Sierra Leone for quite a very long time, and you guys immediately mention the name Waterloo, you guys immediately think it is still that very, very how can I put it, that very, very old and bushy side of the country. But I think this video will prove to you guys that things are really, really changing, and this particular side is rapidly growing, because just as you guys can see, this is the main highway, and you guys can see the amount of shops and the amount of enterprises that are particularly located at this main highway. So, but I think don't be fooled by this particular highway, because I think there are other very, very nice and attractive buildings and other fine establishments within this particular community. But again, I'll stand here and then try and give you guys a glimpse or 360 of both sides of the street as we continue with the video. So this is exactly where we are, and I think we are gradually leaving the 55 junction and approaching towards other communities that are located at this main Waterloo highway. And still here, so that is the 55 junction in the distance, and I think it still continues to exactly where I am standing. This is also another board shop or enterprise, but we continue with the video. So still here as we continue with the video, and I think today's video will try and see if we'll be able to explore because I think along this particular highway there is the Tombo Junction, and there is also a very, very large market that is located at that particular Tombo community. And also as we go along, there is another area or another section that is located at this main highway that is called Freetown Park. But as we go along, I'll try and highlight these two destinations and also other areas as we go along. So I think this is a welding shop, and of course that is a carpentry shop, and you guys can see some of the products that are being sold outside. And this is also another new construction still here, continuing with the video. So as we continue, I just want to say this is a very, very busy highway, as you guys can tell, and I don't think there is another highway or another bypass within this community that is used by vehicles that is this busy, but I could be wrong, because I think before this particular highway was developed, there were other ways that are located within this particular community, but this is the main Freetown highway, and just like I initially stated, this particular highway leads to other areas within the country or other provinces within the country. So still here at this main Waterloo highway, and hopefully making progress, and if possible immediately after, immediately we have reached the Tombo Junction, because that is exactly the goal for this vlog. We'll try and see if we'll be able to do an exploration of the Tombo market, because I think there's a very, very large market that is located at that particular junction, but we are still here. So we've left the 5-5 community behind, and I'm presently at Lompa, which is also another area that is located at this main Waterloo highway, and we are continuing with the video. So you guys can see there are a lot of buildings, but as we go along, I mean, not all sections of this particular highway is that filled with a lot of enterprises and a lot of traders, as you guys can see, but it is very, very evident that this is a very, very bustling economic area. As we have started the video, you very hardly see a particular area, or you will rarely walk for about a few seconds or a few minutes without seeing an enterprise that is located either on my left or on my right hand side. But we continue with the video, and this is also another new construction still here, and I hope you guys are seeing both sides of the street as clearly as possible, as this particular side of the Waterloo highway is a bit convenient for a pedestrian walk path, because I think, just as you guys are seeing, this particular area was demarcated for flowers to be planted there, but as you can see, it is presently the dry season, and that is not the case, because if it was really that developed or that grown, I will not be able to use this particular walk path. But we continue with the video, and I think that is also another small makeshift car lot. I think those cars and those trucks and an SUV are for sale, but we are still here continuing with the video. And as always, don't forget to subscribe, share to as many of your contacts as possible, like, and possibly help me grow the channel. So we are still here, and of course I'll just pause here again and try and take you guys back and show you guys exactly the distance we have covered. But so these are some of the houses and the enterprises that are located at the other side of this particular main Waterloo highway. So I will zoom in and show you guys the distance we have covered. So still here. And we continue, and I think there is a burning of rubbish that is presently happening, as you guys can see the smoke billowing. But I think it is coming from if I can say, a makeshift rubbish dump. That is exactly where that particular smoke is coming from, but so you guys can see right there. But just like I was describing, as we go along, we would encounter a particular dump just like this one that I showed you guys, but on a more larger scale than this particular one, which is a very, very large rubbish dump. But I think it is located at Tombo Junction. But as we get there, I'll show you guys exactly where that is. But we are still here, so I'll just pause here and show you guys this school. So this is Army Academy. I think it's a very large school, as you guys can see. It starts from here and it goes all the way to that particular side. But we are still here as we continue with the video, and hopefully try and make progress for the destination or the target for today's video. So we are still at Lumpa, which is a community that is located at this main Waterloo highway, and hopefully we are continuing with the video. So still here. So that is Water Street, the junction, and that other side is Coal Street, and it is located at this main Waterloo highway. But we continue with the video, and as always, a lot of enterprises, as you guys can see, selling different types of wares. And as we go along, you guys will see the different shops and businesses. But I think most of the enterprises that are located at this main highway, I think they deal in building materials and other household items. As we progress, but there are also individual traders and vendors that usually deal or sell household cooking items and other goods. And you can also find other vendors that offer financial services, especially that of the mobile, especially that of the mobile transfer service. But we are still here and continuing with the video. So that is the workshop. But again, as always, I'll stand here and then try to take you guys back and show you guys exactly some of the enterprises that are located at both sides of this particular area that we are, and you guys can see. So still here at this main Waterloo highway as we continue with the video and hopefully make way for the Tombo Junction or the Tombo Park. But we are still here, and as we started the video at 5-5 and we've left 5-5 way behind, and we are making progress, and hopefully we'll try and reach the focus or the destination for today's video. So just like I told you guys, majority of these enterprises that are located at this main highway, they are dealers in building materials and other items, but I think I'll try and go to the other side, as this particular area that I've reached, as you guys can see, it's a very narrow walkway, and this is exactly where the vlog for the main pedestrian walk will stop, and I'll try and go to the other side. So that is Connaught Park Junction, and I think it goes all the way inside, but this is the junction, but this surrounding area is called Connaught Park. And we continue with the video, and still here, and as usual, you guys usually know that we'll be vlogging for possibly an hour, and hopefully we'll try and see if we'll be able to make today's target or the destination for today's video. And as always, don't forget to subscribe, like, share to as many of your contacts as possible, and help me grow the channel. So still here, and as we continue to this more walkable middle side of the road, and I think this is a service station. Still here with you guys, and I hope you guys bear with me as we still have some distance ahead of us to cover, and possibly try to head for the destination of today's video. So we have left Connaught Park behind, and we are presently at Bassa Town, which is also another community or another area that is located at this main Joy highway. So of course that is a new construction, and hopefully we'll try as much as possible and try and make progress. So we continue with the video. So as you guys will tell, a lot of traders, a lot of vendors, as you guys can see, and that is a very popular food that is, if I can say, the talk of this particular area, and it is called I think cassava bread, and that is a snack that is predominantly made and produced at the Waterloo community, and it is a snack that has taken different shapes and different form over the years, but I think the taste and the quality is still the same, that of cassava bread, or cassava bread as we locally call it. But if possible, as we go along, I'll show you guys a particular vendor that sells it, but we are still here. And of course, again, we'll pause here and then try and give you guys a 360 of some of the buildings or some of the businesses that are located at this particular main floor. That is a new construction. That also, of course, I've shown you guys this very huge one, but we'll pause and then I'll just try and give you guys a 360 of both sides of the street. So that is a bike repair shop, and I think they also sell bike accessories and other bike spare parts, and I think that is an eatery or fast food restaurant. It's called WhatsApp Fast Food, but we are still here, and I think we are still at Bassa Town, making way towards the destination for today's video. and that is also another area. But of course, you guys will not be surprised by some of the designs at this particular main highway. Of course, just like other parts and other areas around the country, some buildings, the first floor is usually the floor that is operational or that is first completed at this particular very economic and bustling areas, because I think the ground floors are usually used for shops and other business enterprises, and then the first and the other floors, of course, are usually used for residential and other purposes. But we are still here and still at Basa Town, making our way towards Tombo Junction or the Tombo community. So of course that is a board seller or a board shop, as you guys can see. I think they are cutting the board into different sizes and shapes, but we are still here, still continuing with the video, and you guys will definitely tell that this is a very busy and very popular destination or business center. But we are still here, and hopefully as we go along, maybe when we are reverting back, we'll try and capture some of the houses or some of the individual communities that are located within this particular main highway and other communities that are located at the Waterloo community. And of course, the video that I posted yesterday, I think that was just a single part, if I can say that, as we still have some distance to cover. As I think where I started at Junction for that particular video, and I think I ended that particular video very close to another area around the Hastings community or around that particular main highway called Yams Farm, but I was just a few meters towards the junction of Yams Farm. But we are still here, and hopefully again pause here and show you guys that is a new construction. So give you guys a 360 of some of the enterprises that are located at this particular main highway, and then after that we will continue with the video. So as always, thank you guys for the comment, and I think one of my subscribers was telling me that I need to shoot both sides of the street. I think she was watching the video that I did of the IMAX community, which, if I can say, it's a very old video. So I have since adopted, or I've since heed to her advice, and so we'll try as much as possible in my subsequent videos in trying to capture as much as we can of the particular areas or particular communities that we usually do vlogs in, and hopefully try and show you guys as much as I can. So I think we are now approaching the Freetown Park, which is also another very popular and a very bustling economic zone or economic site that is located at this main Waterloo highway. But again, I'll walk up to this end and then try to revert you back and show you guys exactly a 360 of some of the buildings that are located at this main highway, and then after that we will continue with the video. So still here, and I hope you guys will bear with me as we still have a lot of distance and a lot of areas to show you guys. And so of course that is a new construction. Of course we've seen that one, but so that is the distance we have covered, and we still have a few more minutes to go, and possibly end today's vlog, but this is exactly where we are. So that is a very, very small service station, and so we continue with the video, and I am still at Basa town, but I think I have entered an area called I think Freetown Park, if I'm not mistaken. So this is exactly what I was telling you guys about, as there are a lot of economic activity at this particular main highway. And if I can say, the Waterloo community in general, I don't know for other areas, but this particular main highway, there is a lot of economic